You are now watching Between Villains.
What the fuck is going on, villains? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Elbow Drop. Show host Fleet Villain, the host with the most. Back with my brothers. Just, how you doing this week?
Fantastic.
We got to get into
Fantastic.
Subway Mania. You was just going crazy on Instagram this week. It's fucking insane. It's like this weird feeling when, or not weird, I don't want to say weird, that's not the right word, but it's like this sensation that you feel when you see one of your friends or somebody you know going viral and like getting recognized for their work and shit, bro. That was fucking amazing, bro. So hats off to you. We gonna get into Subway Mania. Druce, how you been,
Thank you.
brother?
I've been good.
Ready
Real
to
good.
ready to talk your shit and give some predictions about Mania and who's gonna lose, win, everything like that?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all got some bold predictions and shit like that, guys. So I'm excited to get into it. It's been about 2 to 3 weeks. I know people probably was like, "This motherfucker launched a podcast and dropped it." We here, y'all. Relax. You know, we here, and I feel like it's gonna be worth the wait. You know, I'm very excited to talk to the droppers this week. So, droppers, let's get to Just first, man. I want to get into Subway Mania. I want to get into how that went, the experience, and how that measures up to actually being in a real ring. You know what I mean, so to speak. So, just how was it, bro? We saw you out there, Kevin Owens shirt. You know what I mean? Just walk us through it, bro. How was it?
I mean, this past one that we did, they're always fun, right? We always get people or whatever, but something about this one was special. And I don't know if it's because of timing and wrestling is just hot right now, and yeah, everybody wants to be in on it. Um, there was so many people that showed up and showed love, and when you have that energy in such a small space, it's easy to go and show out. It makes my job easy. That energy feeding off that man this past Subway Mania, I think was historical, and I don't know what it was, but for everybody that showed out, showed love, I appreciate it. And then we got Jay Uso to show some love, Naomi showed some love, Lita
And
showed some love,
that shit was
the New Day showed
insane.
some love.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking awesome. And the fact that like, like not only are you guys shining a light on like, just like underground wrestling stuff like that, but the fact that y'all putting on for East Harlem and just like, New York in general and shit like that, to have somebody like Jay Uso just literally sitting there live reacting to the shit, you know what I mean, showing love, like, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, you might have had the best clip from the event. No, hats off to everybody. Everybody showed their ass. That shit was fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
But
team effort. It's a team effort, bro. It's a team
what
effort.
kind of bomb was that, bro? What the fuck was that, bro?
The powerbomb, Kevin Owens, that's what he's known for,
Holy
bro.
shit, bro! I'm gonna find a
You
way to
couldn't
run
be
some of the
Kevin Owens.
clips. Yeah,
I
bro.
couldn't be Kevin Owens and not hit a pop-up powerbomb on somebody.
Fucking
Somebody had to get it.
insane, bro. Holy shit! And it was on the ref, right? Was it the ref?
It's on the ref.
That's the fuck is
It's on the
crazy.
ref.
Road
It
to
was about to be. It was
WrestleMania.
about to be on one of the fans. It was about to be on one of the fans.
Oh shit.
Um, you gotta be careful when you come to Subway Mania. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, motherfucker might get left on the R train. We not even in Queens, motherfucker. Yo, bro,
Oh,
that shit was awesome, bro. That shit was.
thank you,
How
thank
was
you.
like the crowd's reaction? Like how was it in there?
It was a constant. What you heard in the clips
The pop
is just a
sounded
constant,
crazy.
constant pop. It's just a constant pop,
Bitch.
and I take pride in that because it's hard to do.
Right.
So you ask how does it feel? What's the difference between performing in the ring and Subway Mania? And it's like they're one and the same. As long as you keep that momentum going and that energy up, it's really the same thing. The ring is just at this point, it's now just a prop. Wrestling is so many different things.
Right.
As long as it's
Gotcha.
entertainment, as long as it's entertainment and it's entertaining, like you're doing their job. But
That shit is awesome,
constant
bro.
us to for us to maintain that
Right.
is there's some shows, whole shows that I've been to, and I'm not just saying this because I'm biased and I'm in Subway Mania.
Right,
I've
right.
been to whole shows where they're not maintaining the crowd's attention in that way. So I take
Fucking
pride that we're able to do that.
fucking insane, bro. And
Yeah,
which train line did you guys get that? Because I know some train lines are a little bit wider than others. Like them shits that be in like Queens, they got a little bit of space in that shit. Which
yeah,
train
yeah.
lines did you take it to?
That's the R line.
Ah, oh, so I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
joking about the R train like a little while. I was just joking about that. Y'all was dead ass on the R train.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
If you
shit!
look at some of the stuff, like, you'll see us on some of the stops. Like we'll throw each other out on some of the stops, and that's legit. Like
Wow,
you're missing that train. That's it. That's it.
wow, bro.
Yeah.
Has there
I
ever
mean,
been any
it's one stop.
situation with like the cops or anything like trying to shut that shit down or?
There's been a couple times where they try to shut us down. We
Damn.
used to have a former meeting point where everybody would kind of just meet up and and get started there. And I guess the cops in the city caught wind of it, and they started following us. And
Wow.
they followed us all the way through other boroughs to make sure that we didn't get it done. But we always find a way.
Motherfucker.
There's
They
no way
got
we're gonna put that out, and
the
fans are gonna come through, and we're not gonna show out. There's no way.
fucking cops are annoying. They probably got a whole anti subway mania task force. Motherfuckers wake up extra happy in the morning, like, I can't wait to stop this. Get the fuck out of here, man. Why witness
I don't know
greatness?
fucking why.
When it,
Why? I don't know why. Because Subway Mania is probably the best thing that happened to the train in a
since
long time.
fucking
Everybody's gonna
since
pay their
Metro
fare.
cards. Since Metro cards,
Yeah,
bro.
everybody's gonna pay their fare, and I promise you, you are safer on the train when Subway Mania is there than you've ever been ever. I
Yeah.
promise you.
No, that's
Ain't
a
no
fact.
that happening. Like, it's fun. Everybody there to have fun. There's whole families that come and visit. Shout out to them. Like, whole families, bro. There's whole
Yeah.
families come.
Were there any kids or anything
So,
watching?
yeah, of course.
Oh, fire, bro.
So there's whole families. Like, I was before that, I'm sitting there taking pictures with everybody, meeting everybody, talking to everybody.
Damn.
It's a whole. It's really a whole show. It's a
That's
whole
fucking
process.
awesome, bro. That's crazy.
Mhm.
All right, man. Juice, you got any questions for Just about Subway Mania? Any comments, anything like that? I know you
Nah,
cool with Tim as well, right? If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
that was like he's like my childhood friend.
That's fucking amazing.
Just like a quick story, like him and I collect wrestling figures, and I always hook him up whenever I get like an extra. During the time, like in high school, I remember when Toys R Us was still around on 42nd Street, and me and him would that ass go, and like when we saw like adults, walking by, him and I would try to pretend that like it's not for us, it's for like our nephew or cousin or something like that. But it's all love. I love him. I'm happy for his success. I'm happy that him and Justin connected too, because I was always like, it's crazy how like you said earlier, we always have like we see somebody who's successful that we know, and it's nothing but love, and seeing that now Justin's been a wrestler for the better half of his adulthood, and it was just the timing was perfect for them to meet and to create this content, and it's cool that Justin's getting that that exposure because yes, Tim being Jey Uso was great. I loved it. But when Justin came out as Kevin Owens, like nigga looks just like him. Like it's crazy. Like they look
And
identical.
if you know Just, very similar, like as far as like just the way they animate themselves, and like the way that Just is a really funny motherfucker, bro. So like I feel like that just kind of like I don't know. Just let me know if I'm lying. Do you see like anything like a reflection of yourself in Kevin Owens, anything like that? Is there anything from Kevin
Yeah,
Owens that you like relate
I
to?
wouldn't have done it if I didn't feel like there was a connection there. Like, anyone who knows me, like you said, and I don't like to sit here and brag about myself, but it's true. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm as close to Kevin Owens in real life as I know anybody to be. Like, that's just how I am, and that's for a shoot. That's not in character. That's not a joke. Like, that's how I am. I can relate to him so much, and that's why when we had the option to play Kevin Owens, I'm like, I gotta do it. It's my way of showing respect to him because, bro, that's like, if I relate to anybody in WWE, it's probably him more than anybody.
Yeah, as much as Kevin Owens is a brute, if you ever went to Heritage High School, if you ever play fight with Justin or even wrestled with him, whether it be in White Park or back in I forget what was it, Roosevelt, wherever it was,
Roosevelt.
you know that he was a heavy hitter, so it was just fitting for him to play that role.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
That's a fact, bro. I agree, man. And I feel like it also is like a nice. We talked about episode 1, but it's a real nice callback to like your roots and stuff like that. Seeing you guys wrestle after school, right in White Park. So like, I think it's just kind of like like a natural evolution of that, basically. You know what I mean? And the fact that
Yeah.
wrestling has more eyes on it right now than it kind of ever has with like social media and shit like that. I think that shit is just dope, bro. And yeah, Tim went crazy as Jey Uso, bro. He cooked. He was wild. He was perfect. Was he on top of a ladder, or I'm making that up?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was a ladder match.
Motherfuckers are crazy,
Yeah, a whole
bro.
ladder match.
I'd be mad at motherfuckers that bring
I
a
want to say
bike
this too.
onto that shit.
I want to say this because
Yeah,
everybody sees the videos and they're like, "Yo, y'all crazy." Like, please keep in mind as this goes out, like, everything done in these videos are done by professionals and or under the supervision of professionals. Like,
facts.
I am a pro wrestler at the end of the day. It's not just we just going out there and trying to break our neck. Like, No, it's very
Yeah.
dangerous, but it is done with professionals or under the supervision of professionals.
Nah, for real.
So
Like, don't just go with your
don't
friend on
try
a
to keep
train and
training.
start. Yeah. Don't do. That's not what
Don't
that's
just go
for.
doing it.
There's enough crazy motherfuckers on the train too. Like, definitely don't do it. Go. The best you should do is go to it. Don't do it yourself, but
Yeah,
actually go to the event. Yeah.
come pull up, show love.
Yeah.
That's again, shout out to everybody that shows love to Subway Mania. Like we do it because of you guys. We do it because of the fans. Without them, it's really you just a bunch of knuckleheads in the train just doing moves. Like it don't
Literally.
make any sense. So it's
Literally.
really for everybody that shows love. Thank you. We appreciate it. Not just
Nah.
me. It's a team effort, bro.
That shit was awesome to see, guys. But before we
Thank you.
get stuck in the subway, let's segue over to WrestleMania 41 predictions, guys. So Road to WrestleMania is here. We got a couple days left. We got a whole weekend ahead of us. Some great wrestling planned. How we feeling, guys? Juice, I want to get to you first, Juice. I want to let you cook. Let's talk about night one, right? We got what we got from night one. We got a triple threat match, I believe, between Seth, Roman, CM Punk. We have the Gunther and Jey Uso shit, Tiff Stratton, Charlotte Flair. A lot of things to look forward to from night one. So, how you feeling, Juice? What are you looking forward to the most and shit like that? Let's get into it.
I'm obviously Punk's main event. I've been a CM Punk guy since like 2006, so like seeing him finally get this main event, it's bittersweet because everybody loves to pull out the clip when he was in AEW and he told MJF like if the grass is greener on the other side and you want a main event, a buy one get one free extravaganza, blah blah blah. Like I don't care. At the end of the day, like he's finally getting able to main event, win or lose. I prefer for him to win. Obviously, like I'm a CM Punk guy, but I'm very happy for him. I think the match buildup has been great too. Like there's been a lot of animosity. Like even if you go before the whole Survivor Series thing, like when Punk came back, like him and Rollins already had that history. A lot of people tend to forget that like these two are tied in since what 2012 because essentially the Shield was Punk's idea, right? He originally wanted Chris Hero, Rollins, and Ambrose, but instead WWE said no, we're gonna go with Roman Reigns, whatever. So it was kind of more so of like Roman had a lot to prove, just because like at that time CM Punk was world champion, and the fact that like he didn't really look at Roman in the sense of like you not as good as Chris Hero, because Chris Hero was a great technical wrestler, but just because of that, it just gave him that chip. And seeing Roman evolve from where he was in 2012 to where he is now is crazy. So like time after time after time, like this was just a long time coming. And it's cool to see it finally unfold. I feel like the build up for them has been really good. I've been watching their segments, the interactions, the promos. Yeah, I could understand where a lot of people may, feel like, oh, like this whole favor thing is getting out of proportion. Like with now Rollins saying like you owe me a favor. Like, yeah, I agree that it's kind of stupid, but it's cool. Like honestly, that match is gonna slap. I think that match is gonna. It's the main event for a reason. You have three big stars, and they're finally gonna hash it out. This is just me being a fan and fanning out. I would have preferred it to be in a Hell in a Cell match, but just to settle the score because I don't think that this triple threat match is gonna allude to anything more. Maybe a CM Punk and Roman match somewhere down the line, but as far as like their three, this triangular story, I think this is where it ends here. And it's been brewing up like just going from Survivor Series now to the Royal Rumble to the steel cage match or the Netflix match between Punk and Rollins. Then, or I think that was first, and then the Rumble, and then the Elimination Chamber, and then the steel cage. Like all of the culmination for that main event is really solid. So I'm happy about that. With Gunther and Jey Uso, I wasn't really like it's sort of a toss up for me just because it's like two different styles and styles make fights, right? The build up has been good though. I feel like it got better once Gunther beat the dog crap out of Jimmy Uso, and then Jay was just like forced to watch his brother get cooked.
What are the
So
craziest segments in a while? I feel like that was kind of cool.
yeah, and it was really brutal. It was really brutal. And seeing Jay show a lot of emotion kind of like elevates him a little bit more because not only he's over, but it's just like now you're giving more of a reason to like really be um into this match because again, I wasn't really invested in this kind of match. I feel like the matches that they had before never really interest me. Their styles didn't really mesh too well. Hopefully this time around is something different. It's gonna be cool on his end because he's never won the world title before. So if he does win, which I do think he is gonna win, I do feel like he's gonna win. I don't want him to, but I do feel like he's gonna win. It'll be a cool moment for him. He'll have his WrestleMania moment, and it's one thing that Rikishi could also, because I'm looking at it also outside of just like as a fan, I'm looking at it from a whole business perspective. Like
Yeah,
Rikishi never won a world title, which
that's
is
wild.
crazy to hear. Like especially in the Attitude Era,
If you would have
where
just asked
titles.
me on the street, like if I'd have been like, yeah, he has. If you would have just asked me that randomly and I
Yeah,
didn't do any research, I'd be like, yeah, 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 he did. I was
yeah,
there.
and it's crazy
That's
because especially
crazy.
like in the Attitude Era, like you had so many different champions, like
A
different
lot of
world
people getting
champions. Don't get me
pushed.
wrong.
Right.
Yeah, you had a lot of different people getting pushed. Even Jericho. Jericho got pushed to being the first undisputed champion,
Crazy.
Um, and it was more so it's just crazy. So like seeing his son get that it is I'm not gonna lie, it's
Like a full
pretty
circle.
cool.
Like a nice
It,
full
yeah,
circle moment.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's cool. The Tiffany and Charlotte match, I think it's better now. Like, I think with the buildup that they had when they both essentially, well, according to whatever, saying that they went off
The off script?
script.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
like
crazy. Spicy. It turned
yeah,
into Bad Girls Club real quick.
yeah, it got real spicy. So
Motherfuckers in
that's
my
pretty cool.
DM.
Yeah,
That shit
she
was
was chatting. Ain't
crazy.
nobody in her DMs, but
She said she was chilling,
yeah,
ain't
like
nobody in
it was cool seeing that. I hope Tiffany beats her. I really don't want Charlotte to win. I feel like
Same,
Charlotte,
same.
like the only momentum Charlotte really has is just her name going into this match, and even with her winning the Rumble, I really just don't care. Like it was just like a giveaway. Like they just gave her that, and it's just like I don't know. And congrats to her for coming back from that like brutal injury that she had. But I still feel like she hasn't done anything to just get that opportunity. I feel like when she comes back every single time, whether it being injury or whether it being her coming out of a different storyline, she's just given an opportunity back to back to back to back to back. And it's like, yes, you can be given these opportunities, but what do you do with it? I feel like she doesn't really run with these opportunities, and there's like never really like a spec. Like I don't even know a monumental moment from her with her title reign. Like honestly, like I
Type
really
shit.
don't. So I hope Tiffany beats her. I do predict that I predict that Charlotte's gonna win, but I prefer Tiffany to beat
Yeah.
her. What else is on night one?
So we also got the Intercontinental match, which I was
Oh,
gonna
that
ask
match
you
is gonna
guys how.
slap.
That's what I've been looking for. So I'm not gonna hold. Not even to like cut you off, Juice. I've been on the Braun Breaker train since the first motherfucking day. I see him come out and he had like the this what he. I didn't watch him on NXT. Not gonna hold you. I wasn't too heavy on NXT at the time. So when he came up to the main brand, I had just seen him. He started killing people every. It was one dude that got killed for real. I feel like they wrote him up. He came on. He got fucking speared onto a fucking car. They were trying to stop him for like 30 minutes, bro, and he got taken away in an ambulance and shit. And I was just like, yo, bro, this motherfucker's unhinged. And then you find out
Yeah, I love.
he's related to the Steiners and shit. And then you just
Yeah,
understand like all those motherfuckers are fucking freaks of nature. Like, oh man,
yeah, they're
bro,
they're elite. He's the
he's
son of Rick
awesome.
Steiner,
He's
and I
awesome.
mean, I like
Now Rick
Scott
was
Steiner.
fired though too. Rick was
Rick was great.
tough.
Yeah, Rick. They're both were great. The Steiner
Yeah,
brothers were a great tag team. It was really
facts.
good tag team.
I was just watching not even a quick. I was just watching WCW been going crazy with their uploads on
hmm
YouTube. I was just watching the title match between him and Book. That shit was awesome,
Yeah.
bro. Book is a fucking legend. Yo, Book is that nigga's goated, bro. I love Book. I
Don't
love
let
Book.
Swerve hear you say
Yeah.
that. But yeah, um, yeah, like Braun Breaker, he's great. I always liked him, especially like during that era. And I can understand why you wasn't, I wasn't really into NXT at that time anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was like when NXT went 2.0, and it was just
Mm.
completely different from what I
From what
like
it
saw from
originally
NXT
started as.
2017, exactly
Got you.
2014 to 2018. Seeing that whole dynamic change was just meh. But he was a star in NXT. He's still a star now. Um, he's great. I love all four. I know a lot of people want Dominic to win. My prediction, I feel like they're going to give it to Dominic, but I want Penta to win it. because I think, and even though it may be too soon, and
That's what I've been hearing.
it's
It's too early.
you know, it's probably people are saying it's too predictable. I don't think it's predictable, but I think it's cool for Penta, just because like one problem that I have with, just to go off topic here a little bit, one problem that I have with certain promotions is that like they don't capitalize on what they have. Like for instance, Tony Khan with CM Punk and AEW. You should have done Punk and Kenny Omega. You never did. So we're never gonna get that big money match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like Penta is now up. I'm not saying that he's old or washed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like
He's been active
we
for
have
some
to be
time though,
mindful.
for sure.
Yeah, he's been active for a very long time.
100%.
So I feel like
My
there's
Lucha
like,
Underground niggas. Or
yeah, you have him. You know, you have him for the next couple of years, maybe 2 more contracts within WWE, right? Depending on how long they are. So I feel like it'll be a good time to give him this push, just to elevate him more too. Like I don't want him to lose and then get caught up in just eventually
now
teaming
he
up with
jobbing
Cole.
and shit. Fucking rad.
Exactly. I don't want him to get. I don't want him to lose his momentum. Dominic is always gonna be there, and Dominic has a lot of heat. He will
Yeah.
always have his superstardom just because of who he is. His
I was
fan,
gonna
like
just say that
he's
too. Like when you related to niggas in the industry, you know, your father built such a foundation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of like you can afford to take a little bit more time with the build up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
and it's not
and he
like he wasn't
younger.
a
He
dude
younger.
either.
He younger too.
Exactly. He
Facts.
won the North American title and he won the tag titles as well. You
Was
know,
that
and
the
he
NXT
actually
shit, right?
yeah, he actually,
Yeah,
and with him winning the North
that
American
was
title,
dope.
it brought a little bit more eyes to that belt. Like a lot of people don't really know what that belt is and where it came from and stuff. And it's sad because it's like you had the guys that I watched on the indie scenes in the mid 2000s, like Ricochet, Adam Cole, Keith Lee. You had those kind of guys hold the belt, and then like they leave, they go to AEW, so you tend to forget about that whole NXT run. And then when you have Dominic win that belt, and especially when he has this much heat, it was cool. And it was cool seeing him with
Yeah.
the different matchups with him and Wesley and so on and so forth. But yeah, I want Penta to win. I love Finn Balor. I want him to break away from, and I'm a huge Balor guy. Like I met him twice. He was great. I gave him a
Yeah.
custom. He remembered it. Blah blah blah. I think he deserves more than what he's doing now.
It's a little
Especially
old
with the
now.
time
It's a little
he's
old
way
now.
yes,
Yeah.
he's very old and like he's in great shape, but he's in his 40s. You know, he's not young. He's not getting any younger. He's another dude who could benefit from this. I would love for him to lose the awful gear and to lose the Judgment Day gimmick, have him go
Facts.
his own ways. I think they're kind of teasing that whole Dominic and Finn Balor feud anyway. So
Yeah, for sure. I
hopefully they
think they're
do
gonna tell
that.
that story. I think that story gets told here.
Yeah, so our predictions, Dominic, who I want, Penta.
And then I
Um
think on the rest of the night we also got. Let me see. I just want to make sure we got the tags. We got the U.S. Championship belt, which I'm actually really excited for. That's going to be between LA and Fatu.
Oh yeah, predictions and who I want, Fatu. I love
Fatu,
Jacob Fatu. He's
respect.
great. He reminds me of Umaga,
He
bro. He
deserve a
reminds me of
belt too.
Umaga
He deserve a
and
belt right
Samoa
now.
Joe.
I feel like
Hell
he been putting a
yeah.
lot, like for the over the last, like I would say since like last Mania, or at least up until since he made his debut. I feel like he's definitely put in a little bit more work than LA. What about you, Just? How you
Yeah,
feel about not even to cut you off, just but just how you feel about this match? Because I feel like another person you might relate to, Fatu. You know, strong motherfucker. You just I don't know how you feel. How you feel about that match, man?
Dude, yo, he's a man.
I knew it. I knew
Good
you
dude
fucked with
too.
him. Uh-huh.
Ve- very nice person. Very nice person. And he's actually not that old. You would think he's older. He's not. I actually think I'm older than Fatu. I
You
think by like a
lying?
year or two. Swear to God, he's mad cool though.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy, right? So he's still young in the business. So because of that, and because I've met him personally, whatever, I think they can give him a little bit more time. I don't think he needs the belt right now. I don't think he needs
Copy.
the belt, and I don't think he gets it. I actually think he loses probably.
Okay.
Uh, he gets screwed by Solo in some way because they
Mmm.
somehow if he just becomes champ or whatever, I feel like that's a lot of times we get so caught up in like, oh man, I like this guy. He's hot right now. He has to have the belt. No, he doesn't. Let it cook. The
Yeah.
belt doesn't make the person, you know. Let the character build
Kind of
more.
what we
We
seen
like
with
the
Jay.
face more than we like it.
Kind of what we seen with Jay too. They've been taking their
Everybody's turned
time.
on Jay now.
Yeah.
They turned on him though now.
Yeah.
Now he's
Yeah.
in the main event. He's in the main event,
Crazy.
and now everybody's turning on him.
You think they took too long, maybe in his case?
I don't think they took too long. I think people are fickle.
Very fickle,
Fans
bro.
like
Very.
yeah, they just want what they want, and then they get it, and it's just like whatever. let it cook. Jacob Fatu don't need the title right now because the faster you give him the title is the faster you got to beat him for that title. No, let it cook. Let it cook.
Facts.
Let it simmer. Let him go through this storyline with Solo and build him up there, and then he can get the title some other time. LA needs to run too. Like, come on, we gotta show LA some love.
He been a workhorse too. He been taking a lot of I fucked with his feud with
Yeah,
Shinsuke.
man.
LA goated. Fuck with
He
LA.
was hot at 1.2 the same way Jey Uso's hot right now,
No, he was.
right?
He
And
was.
they
Yeah,
didn't do that
last
with
year.
him. Let him cook with that title. Let him bring some relevance to that U.S. championship or whatever. I don't think
My son don't
Jacob
even
needs
say
the
he's
U.S.
the hottest thing in wrestling no more. He don't even be saying that shit no more. Damn, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Crazy.
All right.
No,
We also
I don't
got
think Jacob
Ray.
needs a title.
Not even cut you off though, but just for the other two matches, we have Ray Grande Americano, and then we have Jay Cargill versus Naomi. How you feel about those?
The Rey Mysterio, and Chad Gable or El Grande Americano. It's gonna be great. I think obviously, that's like a cruiserweight.
Yeah, I know that's a
right
Starbucks
there.
order, right? Not even to be funny.
What happened?
You know you can go into Starbucks order a Grande Americano.
That's mad funny.
Because like the size is Grande, you can order an Americano. Like this
You know what it
motherfucker's
is? That's
a
lore.
medium sized drink, man. Lore.
That's
Starbucks
OG lore. That's 96th Street Starbucks lore. That's crazy.
OG.
But I think it's gonna be a good match. It's kind of reminded me of like Angle and Mysterio from like '02. Chad Gable's a man. I love him. I think he's great. What he's doing is great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I really like the gimmick too. It's pretty funny. And I hope he gets the win. I predict he's gonna win. Just so that way, like, it kind of intertwines with sort of Penta winning the Intercontinental title, and then we kind of get them two having their feud again.
Yeah.
I think my prediction is Grande Americano, and I also that's my prediction, and I want him to win as well. Cargill and Naomi, 100%. Jade is winning that. I don't think it'll necessarily be anything spectacular. Yeah, it's just a moment for Jade. That's just how I'm seeing it.
Let's just say that women's match has the best build up out of any of the women's match, in my opinion.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
In my opinion, that build up for that match is that women's match is probably the one I'm looking
and they
forward
played that
to
shit smart, taking Jade off the brand for a little bit and then bringing her back and then confirming that it was.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I want to see this match.
What else? Night 2. We got night 2 because Mania is a multiple night event, guys. So Cody Rhodes, John Cena. Just how you feel about that match? How you feel about it? How you feel about John Cena winning it? Do you think Cody's gonna retain? What's going on?
I'm torn, man, because I wanted to vent. Because this whole build to WrestleMania.
Talk your shit, bro. This is overdue.
It's stressful, bro, because it's not. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania, bro. Like you was talking earlier about how the build to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and CM Punk is good. I don't think it's good. I think they're relying on old beef. And that's it. We haven't seen nothing fresh out of this. They're fighting for nothing. It's trash. The wrestler in me is like, you got to fight for something. Because what are y'all fighting for? Y'all just going into WrestleMania just to throw hands and for what? What do we win after this? You got three of the top names in the business fighting for nothing. For nothing. Just because, I don't like you. This kindergarten shit. Bro, this is WrestleMania. I need more than that. I need more. I need to know I'm going to beat you. And after that, I'm going for that title. I'm going for Cody Rhodes. I'm going for John Cena. That should be the goal right now. It's John Cena's last year. If he wins, I want to fight him. He's the man right now.
Facts.
Right? Nobody's fighting for nothing. This build in general and this is for every match. It's not just one match I'm picking on. It does not feel special. It doesn't feel big.
I feel like at this point with Roman and Seth, they don't need the belts anymore for a while, especially since Roman's been holding the belt for like a full Heritage 4-year high school run.
You don't need it, but you should want it. As a wrestler, I'm watching you guys to compete. You should want it. Roman wants to be on top. What's the one way to be on top in wrestling? You have that belt. How he did it. Seth wants to be on top. What's the one way to be on top? You have the belt. They're not fighting for anything. It's not special. And then John Cena and Cody Rhodes, bruh. John Cena turned heel was the biggest thing in wrestling. So it's been the biggest thing in wrestling. Even still, people still talking about the fact that he's heel. Right. But it's been trash. Yeah. He's done nothing.
I thought he was gonna have. He hasn't had a match, right? Since.
He hasn't
No.
had a match.
Right.
He's made a couple of appearances where the heat is there. I feel like if they end this heel turn, if they end it at WrestleMania, it was a flop. It was a whack heel
Yeah, I
turn.
agree.
They
I
did
hope
it.
not.
They did it for nothing.
I
It was whack.
I
If they
gotta.
carry it on,
Yeah, I got a question just because
if they carry it,
I want to throw the theory at you guys. This is a random theory because I've been seeing it online. I want to know how you guys feel about it real quick. What if Seth is revealed to be working with The Rock or some shit? Does that make anything more special? And then maybe this builds up to something bigger, like at SummerSlam or some shit?
no, not for
No?
me.
Okay,
'Cause
okay.
no, because you're still at WrestleMania. We
That's a
can
fact.
get there.
That's
We
a
can get to
fact.
SummerSlam. Like
That's a
you
fact.
want to throw the big stuff, especially after last year's build for WrestleMania was huge. And I think we got a little spoiled to that, but it's WrestleMania. Like WrestleMania always felt big when I was little.
And they do a
This week
Mania
just feels
events,
like
right? In the Hall of Fame now. So you would think that they would have threw a belt in here or something. Especially with The Rock,
something.
bro. Like, especially with The Rock. Like, if you are like the big boss and shit like that, why not just like, fuck it, I'm making a brand new belt for the division, for both women's and men's, and y'all fighting for this fucking new belt, and going forward, this is gonna be, you know what I mean?
I don't even think they need a new belt. They just need purpose.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like anybody is wrestling for a purpose. Like it's just okay. I just don't like you. Okay, that's it. That's what we're doing with WrestleMania.
yeah, relied
The,
on names
the
and shit too.
Intercontinental Women's Champion is not on the card. The U.S. Women's Champion is not on the card. The SmackDown Tag Team titles is not on the card. Like,
Yeah,
what is going on?
Yeah,
What is
that's
going on?
stupid.
And
You
then
have two
John Cena,
nights.
all he's done is show face, got some heat from the crowd, and left. And it's like it's cool to see because we didn't think we would see it, but
yeah.
let's not be blinded. Let's not be blinded because of that. It's been whack. Come
They
on, I
haven't
want to
really
see
done
more.
much with it. Facts.
This is last year. Yes, your last year. You have to want to go out there and do something more
Yeah.
fun than that. Your last year, that's it's so far. So far, it's been trash. So, am I looking forward to the match? Honestly, no. Like I'm not looking forward to Cody and John Cena. It was cool when he turned, and if they would have like capitalized on that, then probably I'll be looking forward to it. But honestly, nah, I don't. I could care less about that match. The same way I could honestly care less about Roman, Seth, and Punk because it seems like at this point they're fighting for Paul Heyman,
Yeah, right.
and
Custody
like,
battle.
bro,
New age
like
custody
what?
battle.
Paul Heyman on a pole match or something. I don't know.
Just have Paul
Trash.
Heyman just there, but naked
Yeah,
in the
trash.
middle of the ring while niggas just fighting over him. Fuck it. No, yeah.
That's
I
what
feel,
it
you know
feels
what's
like.
funny, bro? Not even cut you off again, but I feel the way you feel right now is how I feel about the Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca shit. Like, where the fuck did
Another one.
that come from, and why are we doing this?
It feels so forced. It
Triple
feels
threat
so
because y'all want to
forced.
include everybody on Mania? Then what's the point of
Yeah,
having
it
2
feels
days
forced.
then? If we're gonna do 2 days,
And then
spread
the
the
build to
talent
that.
out properly.
Have y'all seen the build up week by week to that match? It's
Which
been
one?
the
The EO
same.
shit? That shit has been.
It's been
They've been linking up in the middle of the ring. Rhea headbutts somebody.
the same
EO
sequence.
jumps on
Yeah, the
somebody.
hook to the face,
Uh
the
huh.
jump. It's the same thing for like the
Facts.
past 3 weeks.
They got
I'm good
lazy in
on the match,
Europe. They got lazy in Europe. They got lazy out there because
but
they
I'm
know the
good. I'm
fans
good on
out
the
there. They know the fans don't really get too many events like that, so they just like they gonna be they gonna be happy with whatever they get. So it's like fuck it. We
yeah.
don't really gotta go. We don't gotta do too much because they know damn well niggas would have been
No,
calling them out for that in the States for sure.
that's what it feels like, and I respect it. And I think WrestleMania, the matches are gonna be fire, right? The matches are gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care enough for them, and that's
Right.
the honest to God truth.
Right, you're
Like
not
I don't
invested,
care
especially,
about
and not for nothing. We didn't mention this yet, but especially coming off of last WrestleMania, where the build up and everything was so fucking perfect. It's like,
it.
I
It's a
guess either
movie.
way, they probably would have had a hard time. I feel like, surpassing like just like the emotions of last year because everybody was kind of like, yo, bro, I was in a hospital for that shit. Literally had like nurses and shit talking like, I can't, like grown ass adult women like, yo, I can't wait to go home. My husband, we gonna watch WrestleMania this weekend. Like, and that's when I knew I was like, damn man, wrestling is fucking, God, this shit is insane.
Yeah, but that was last year, and now look where we're at.
Yeah, man,
And
I agree with that, bro.
like,
The
where's
Rock
WrestleMania?
himself should have had a fucking match. Like, you want to be popping out with your vest all the time? Do something, nigga. The
Something,
fuck?
something. Asses and seats.
Man.
Sell some tickets, bro. Sell some tickets.
Oh man.
Something. I'm not excited for this. The build to every match has been trash. I am excited for that fatal four way for the Intercontinental title because I feel like anybody could walk away a winner in
Is
that
that the
match.
best match
And
of the? Is that gonna be the best match? Which I think.
for me that's gonna be the best match. I think that's gonna be the best match.
Yeah. And this
I think that's
motherfucker
gonna be the
just hit
best match.
the best spear of all time. That shit was insane on
Come
Carlito.
on.
What the fuck was that, bro? I was
Anybody in
watching
that
it
match
live.
can
I'm like,
win.
what the fuck, my nigga? This nigga just flipped like a.
Fire.
What the
Fire.
fuck?
Mm.
Fire.
Yeah, niggas.
That's the only match that seems
niggas sick.
appropriate. Everything else is just what we gonna do?
Filler.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Mad filler. Yeah. Yeah, what? Yeah, they kind of. I'm not gonna lie, they wasted time too, cause they could have snuck a little tough storyline in with AJ real quick, and cause he's coming
They
up on the
could've.
end of his career too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have
And he's been vocal
automatically
about
got to storytelling with him. If he's at the end of his shit and they know that, I get what they doing for Logan Paul, like it helps Logan Paul if anything, but not so much for AJ. And I feel like AJ should be more the concern than Logan right now, just cause of AJ's run in wrestling in general. You feel me? Like, yeah.
Yeah. The match
There's
is
no
gonna be
belt. There's no
fire.
belt in that, right? There's no belt involved in that match.
No, it's just
It's gonna be a
beef. It's just
highlight
like,
match. They're gonna do a couple crazy things. Logan gonna risk it all for the clip, and we're gonna move on.
That's it. That's it. There's
Yeah.
nobody cares about it though.
Yeah, I like
Nobody
it.
cares.
I liked it more last year. I like last year's Mania build up for sure, bro. Cause I was just like really, I was
For sure.
day before. I'm like fucking hype, bro. Like never before, like a kid. And this
Yeah.
year is just like, okay, as long as Cena doesn't beat Cody, because this shit, like you said, has been trash. Or like it even now feels like Cena doesn't even deserve to like get the belt. And I'm like, because then what the fuck is Cena gonna do with it?
What are you gonna do?
Not
show
wrestle
up
again?
and not wrestle and not make me
Oh,
believe that
man.
he's actually a bad guy? Like I don't know. Like
Yeah, got a lot
do
of shit to
something.
get to,
He should
man.
came out and beat the shit out of somebody else. I don't know. Go beat up R-Truth or something. Something like
Yeah, you said go
Oh,
beat up
it's been the
This
same.
motherfucker is stupid.
It's been the same show for the past 3 weeks. Like I'm not invested in any of these matches at
Yeah.
all. I'm a little disappointed in the build up to WrestleMania. I still think WrestleMania is gonna be fire, and they're gonna kill it.
Yeah, of course, because the bookings are great. I feel you. The bookings are. There's no problem with any of the matches, any of the style of matches. Everything seems like it's the way it's supposed to be on paper. If you tell niggas this last year on paper, like this is what's gonna be at the end, we thinking. I bet you our minds are gonna start racing with like the type of stories they're gonna tell, and then fast forward, we would not be happy with what we actually got. Type shit. You feel me? Like, oh shit, Cena turns heel. The story for that must be insane. Not really, bro. Not really.
Not really.
Like, don't get me
Nothing
wrong. The heel moment, the heel turning moment itself was, it's etched in history now. But like the run, the shit that actually matters to the real fans, like me, you, the people that watch week in and week out, that are looking for something from it. You know what I mean? Like, I would love this if I would, like, I feel like I'm more than a casual fan at this point. I watch every single week. It's like my novella now. So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I was a casual fan, it would be more fire to me because I'm not really watching week to week. So, like, oh, yeah, Cena turn heel. And I would just keep talking about the Cena turning heel shit. But it's like, nothing happened. Facts. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nothing's happened. Nothing will happen. I was talking to somebody earlier today. They was like, "Well, wait till Friday. They still got Friday night." But I'm like, it's too late.
SmackDown?
If they throw everything on SmackDown, and you think that that's a good build for WrestleMania,
Cody's going to tackle Cena. They're going to start punching each other. Security's going to come out. And then, oh, my God,
What can they do?
tomorrow.
Yeah,
The fuck out of here.
what else can they do? That's it.
Real shit,
They had a
though.
few months.
Yeah.
It's a flop build up to me. It's flop.
I know this is getting off tangent, right? I want to end it here, but since we had our last episode, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't go to the wrestling events at that time. So I just want to talk about my time at Monday Night Raw and then at fucking Roadblock. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I just want to say, guys, the best experience of my life, bro. I was in the Garden, and I had to just say the energy in the Garden was just trumped the Knicks energy. I don't even know. I might have talked about this I don't fucking know, but I just had to say it again, bro. There was nothing like that shit, guys. If you're watching this, man, you have to get to a fucking wrestling event.
Wrestling shows
It doesn't
are
have
better
to be
than
WWE.
concerts.
Notice I said a wrestling event. Get into an indie event, support your local indies, everything like that, bro. That shit is amazing, bro. And you have such a different found respect for wrestling. Like, you respect it as a fan, but when you see it in person, it's like seeing like Cirque du Soleil or some shit. It's like you got to see shit in person to respect it, because motherfuckers are risking their life every second, and like you would think like I don't know, they make shit look easy. Y'all make it look easy. I ain't gonna lie, like that powerbomb that this motherfucker hit, somebody else would have killed somebody. Like you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like to get that shit off on a train, like even I don't know. The respect I have for wrestling right now is just it's crazy after going to that shit. So I just wanted to say that, man. And I love where NXT has women's wrestling right now. The women's division is fucking amazing in NXT. And yeah, guys, got a couple days left till Mania. This has been another episode of the Elbow Drop podcast. Hopefully we get together a little bit sooner. Hopefully, maybe next week if you guys are free, we'll have like a reaction video to Mania. We'll talk about it and shit like that. Hopefully it's better than we think. Hopefully something happens there that really makes the night spicy. You know what I mean? Hopefully they know our complaints already, and they're like, all right, now we gotta make Mania a night, a 2 nights to remember. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys. Just where can we watch your videos? Where can we watch you wrestle at? Everything like that. Let the people know.
But just follow me on Instagram, Suntan Superman 93. I share everything that I possibly could share. I share other people's stuff like that have me in it, or other people. Like you could just find anything about me is gonna be on my IG,
Facts.
Suntan Superman
Very
93.
very fire IG. You be having me crying when you posted some shit the other day where you was like getting out the shower. You was like same exact body as it was like a monkey or something. That shit had me. This motherfucker is
Yeah.
stupid. Now follow him, y'all. Follow him for sure. And then I'll be sure to put all the contact information in the description. Truce, where can we find you at, bro? You know you do a lot of toy content and stuff like that on Instagram. Where can the people find that at?
You can find it at crowned_Jesus. You can support, buy custom figures, open for commissions, and check out my page. I got
Facts.
Fed going on. Well, it's a little long break I've been taking, but I got some cool fix-ups. Shout out to Kurt Angle for liking my post.
Yo, I was gonna say that, bro. Congrats, Perk Angle popped out with the like.
Yeah, we pulled up.
Fire. I didn't even know that. That's fire.
We don't call him Perk Angle. He doesn't like that shit, right? My fault. Yeah. Kurt.
Peak Angle.
Peak Angle.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Peak Angle.
Peak
Yeah.
Angle.
Sheesh. Yeah, wifey just said, yeah, that's what we call him. Copy. You know, wifey be knowing shit. Peak Angle's good. No more Perk Angle. All right, my fault. Yo, Kurt, don't fuck me up if you see me at Walmart or some shit. Don't put me in the fucking. Don't do that, motherfucker. But all right, guys. Till next time. It's been a pleasure as always. Just keep fucking killing it out there. Do your thing. Make that content, my brother. It's been amazing to see.
Go next Subway Mania.
I'm trying to get there, bro. I'm trying to get there, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to get there, bro. Please let me know. Like, just like keep me tapped in advance, bro. As long as I can make the time, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to fucking Coney. I'll ride the train to Coney Island, nigga. I do not give a fuck, nigga. Swear to God, bro. Me and Juice will pop out, and we'll get like some front row footage and shit like that too of the event. Make it a whole thing.
The more the merrier, bro. We all eat.
Facts, bro. I appreciate that shit. As always, guys, be safe, and we'll catch you guys after WrestleMania. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, good episode, boys. Good fucking episode.
Yeah.
Man.